himself. Here we have a book which fairly staggers us, an American bard at last. For all his manic effort, sales of Leaves did not improve. So Whitman simply bent to work on his next hope, a second edition, preparing 20 new poems and revising the original 12. He was desperate to connect.
Whitman publishes a new poem called Sundown Poem, eventually called Crossing Brooklyn Ferry. He writes, "It avails not, neither time or place. Distance avails not. I am with you, you men and women of a generation, or ever so many generations hence. I project myself, also I return. I am with you, and know how it is." Whitman places his eye, the eye that's been speaking in the present tense, puts it into the past, and he puts himself in a past now that is so far past that he's not alive anymore, and gives over the present tense of the poem to you and me, to us, the readers. Whitman in 1856 was not only imagining us in 2008 reading this poem, but projecting us into 2008 to read this poem. It's as if he is creating us as a character in the poem. Just as you feel when you look on the river and sky, so I felt. Just as any of you is one of a living crowd, I was one of a crowd.
Just as you are refreshed by the gladness of the river and the bright flow, I was refreshed. Just as you stand and lean on the rail, yet hurry with the swift current, I stood, yet was hurried.
My Brooklyn wasn't quite the Brooklyn of Walt Whitman. At the same time, there's so much I recognize in this. I certainly recognize in Whitman's deep appreciation for the fact of being alive, my own appreciation for the fact of being alive. And he's absolutely right. I see his Brooklyn. And strangely enough, I think he saw my Brooklyn. As different as it was, there were certainly things in common. I think about those seagulls. I saw those seagulls too. And damn, I think they're the same seagulls.
Closer yet, I approach you. What thought you have of me, I had as much of you. I laid in my stores in advance. I considered long and seriously of you before you were born. Who was to know what should come home to me? Who knows but I am enjoying this? Who knows but I am as good as looking at you now? For all you cannot see me.
What all the preaching in the world, what all the religions of the world have been telling you to have faith about, that there is some sort of life after death, that it's possible to communicate across time and across space. We've just proved it, haven't we? That we can talk beyond death, that we can have affection for one another beyond death.
We understand then, do we not? What I promised without mentioning it, have you not accepted? What the study could not teach, what the preaching could not accomplish, is accomplished. Is it not?